Hello, and welcome back to Act 5 of Macbeth Revision Quotes. Today we'll be looking at the final act of Macbeth and looking at all the quotes you need to know from it. The first quote we're going to look at is from Act 5, Scene 1, when the gentlewoman says, "Why, I stood by her. She has a light by her continually. It is her command." This is referencing the fact that Lady Macbeth wants a light by her at all times. Next, Lady Macbeth states the line, "Out, damn spot. Yet who would have thought the old man with so much blood in him?" She's reliving the night that Duncan was killed. Later on, Lady Macbeth states, "Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh." She's haunted by the smell of the blood. The doctor states, "This disease is beyond my practice." And later on, "Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets." Later, in Act 5, Scene 2, the line stated, "What does the tyrant?" where Macbeth is referenced as a tyrant. Angus states the line, "Thus he commands, move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish elf." This is an example of clothing imagery, and it is also representational of the line that he believes that Macbeth's followers only follow him out of fear. In the next scene, Macbeth says the line, "To burn wood, remove her Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear." This shows he still believes that the witch's prophecies are true. Later on, he says, "My way of life is fallen into sere, the yellow leaf, and that which would accompany old age is honour, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have." This shows that he has lost many things by becoming king, and that these things will never bring him joy, ever again. In the next scene, Malcolm states the idea that every soldier should pretend to be part of a tree by getting branches of the trees down and bearing it before him. He explains this in the line, "Let every soldier hew him down a bough and heart before him." Later on he says, "None serve with him but constrained things, whose hearts are absent too." In the next scene, Macbeth says, "Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn." This shows how he believes a siege would not succeed. Satan says the line, "The Queen, my lord, is dead." This shows the way that the news is broken to Macbeth, and how an ordinary man would weep. But instead, Macbeth responds by saying she should have died hereafter, meaning that she should have died after this occasion. Then he talks about life by saying, "Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury." And then, at the end of the scene, he says, "At least we'll die with hardness on our back," when he finds out that the burning wood has come to Dunsinane, and he realizes that the witch's prophecies are coming true. In Act 5, Scene 6, Malcolm calls Macduff worthy Macduff, echoing what his father Duncan said about Macbeth. Then, in the next scene, Macbeth states the line, "But swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by man that's of woman born." This shows that even though he realizes that the witches have tricked him time and time again, he still has faith in their prophecies. Seward says, the tyrant's people on both sides do fight. Talking about the fact that all of Macbeth's soldiers and people are deserting him for the other side. When Macduff discovers Macbeth, he says the line, "Turn, hellhound, turn." Later on in this scene, Macduff breaks Macbeth's feeling of safety for the prophecy by exposing the fact that he was born by caesarean section. In the line, "Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped." Macbeth then says, "I will not yield," after Macduff explains that if he gives in, he will be made fun of and be forced to be a jester for the rich and wealthy. Later on he says, "Before my body I throw my warlike shield, lay on Macduff, and damned be him that first cries, 'Hold enough!'" It is at this time that Macbeth dies. Malcolm calls Macbeth of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, referencing the fact that he thinks that Macbeth is a butcher and his wife, Lady Macbeth, is a fiend. He then says, "by the grace of grace," referencing the fact that he, in his opinion at least, is the king that God wanted. Thank you for listening to this, the last episode in Macbeth Revision Quotes. We hope you've enjoyed this series, revising over quotes so that you can know quotes from Macbeth and know what they mean. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and possibly view other videos if you'd like to.